Today, we're diving into a hotly debated topic, which is living here in the Bay Area. We often get dragged, ridiculed, and flat out just asked, why do we choose to live here in the San Francisco Bay Area? If you're new here, my name is Roland Osage with Real Broker, your Bay Area go-to real estate source. While we all know that the Bay Area is really renowned for majority its tech scene, there's of course a lot of other things that we love here about the Bay Area. We have the hikes, we have the breathtaking views, we have the vibrant culture. But is it really worth the high cost of living? So in this video, we're going to be going over the goods and bads about living here in the Bay Area. And if it adds any context to you, this is coming from a 30-year Bay Area native who's never left. So you get to decide whether the move is going to be right for you. I always like to start with positivity, so let's go over the good aspects of living in the Bay Area. First up, we have a thriving job market. The Bay Area is a global tech hub, which means an abundant amount of job opportunities, usually more so in the tech sector. If you're seeking a career in technology, this usually is the go-to place. You have the Bay Area and Silicon Valley, which is often looped together. I've met hundreds of people who've moved out here from various parts of the state, specifically to accept a job offer here in the San Francisco Bay Area. What I'm also seeing a lot of lately is job opportunities in the AI or biotech industries. Obviously, you can easily group AI in with tech, but you get the point. But to be quite honest, we've actually seen a lot of layoffs here in the Bay Area over the last year or so, majority being in the tech space, but the economy as a whole has seen a lot of these layoffs, and really a lot of these tech industries overhired a lot during the pandemic. But it's no secret that the majority of residents that are moving here to the Bay Area usually work in the tech industry. Next up, we have cultural diversity. The Bay Area is one of the most cultural diverse locations on the planet, and the Bay Area is made up of 9 different counties and over 100 cities or towns. So you have the chance to experience various festivals, foods, traditions all across the Bay Area that are all within decent driving distance. Throughout some of the major cities like San Francisco, Oakland, and San Jose, there's always some type of festival or event going on, whether that's a food event or an alcohol event or a kids event. Whatever it is, there's always something fun to bring the family to. Number 3, we have the natural beauty of the Bay Area. With stunning landscapes from the Golden Gate Bridge all the way to the Napa Valley, the Bay Area really has endless views and outdoor hikes, amongst many other things. Some of the more slept-on aspects, in my opinion, is being able to take a nice drive to the beach, whether that's Stinson Beach or Dillon Beach, and also having other weekend trips available to us within driving distance, like Yosemite National Park and Lake Tahoe. I do feel like a majority of the Bay Area residents don't take enough advantage of small trips like this that we have at our fingertips here in California. And really, it's just kind of part of what we do pay for here in Northern California. Number 4 for pros here in the Bay Area is the vibrant lifestyle. From the bustling city life of San Francisco to the laid-back vibe of Berkeley, there's really a neighborhood to suit everyone's preference. Whether you're looking for better schools for your kids and a more suburban lifestyle in the Contra Costa County or Solano County areas, or you want a more walkable city lifestyle in the Alameda County or San Francisco County areas, it is up to you what's more important for your lifestyle, your budget, and overall what you could see yourself living in. All right, now despite its allure, the Bay Area does come with its fair share of struggles. As we all know, nothing is perfect, and when you have some goods, there's usually some bads to come along with it, so let's get into the cons. Number 1 on cons is cost of living. The elephant in the room is undoubtedly the cost of living. It's what we get the most flack for living here in the Bay Area. Housing prices are some of the steepest in the nation, and it doesn't just stop at housing. When it comes to our food, our bridge tolls, our gas prices, everything combined, it gets a little bit crazy here in the Bay Area. And we don't just stop at high housing costs for purchasing, it also is some of the highest for renting here in the Bay. It is important to keep in mind that there are certain areas here in the Bay Area that are more affordable than others. So I want you to watch the video that I display at the end of this video. You'll see it right there. You can click it. You can also just reach out to me, send me a text, give me a call, anything that you'd like that's easier for you. And I can go over some of these various cities that may work well or better within your budget or that are better for investment for you. Number 2 is Bay Area traffic. The Bay Area is notorious for its traffic, and commuting or even just running errands from city to city can be a frustrating experience. But in my 30 years of experience here, the majority of traffic is really only happening if you're heading to or from one of the major cities. In all honesty, the traffic can be bad, but I've seen way worse in cities like LA or even San Diego. We also have BART, which can be a great means of commuting if you need to take advantage of it. And you can see right here on the map every single city that it hits. If you're like many white collar or tech workers here in the Bay Area, then you'll know that you only sometimes have to go into the office maybe 2 to 3 times per week. Now, we've seen a lot of influx to some of the suburbs because of these work orders that are kind of new and evolving. And in many cases, if you do have flexibility like that within your work schedule, you can actually commute during the lower traffic hours and also come home during the lower traffic hours. When I say lower traffic hours, that kind of means leaving more at 9 or 10 a.m. as opposed to a 7 or 8 or a 5 or 6, and then coming home at a 7 or 8 p.m., maybe a 6 p.m. if need be. Number 3 is the Bay Area housing market. Finding affordable housing here in the Bay Area can be a real struggle. Sometimes you have to sacrifice some aspects like size or location to get the home or the investment that really makes sense for you. The real estate market has done really well for the people that bought here in the Bay Area over the last 12 or 13 years. A lot of residents out here really want a housing crash to happen, but to be honest, if it hasn't happened yet and you're kind of just waiting for that, then you're just slowly pricing yourself out of the markets that you may really want to be in. There are so many towns and cities to choose from here in the Bay Area. The majority of them you've probably never heard of before. But if you do have a more flexible work schedule, then you have to check out some of these smaller cities. If you want to know more about what cities I may recommend for you given your specific scenario, you have all my contact info in the description below. You can schedule a free buyer's consultation with me personally. Coming in at number 4 on our cons list is competition and pressure. With so many ambitious professionals in the area, competition can be pretty fierce, and the pressure to kind of succeed in this environment may take a toll on your work-life balance. I've known plenty of Bay Area residents who are constantly job hopping to just raise their pay or even starting side hustles just to keep up with everything and all the expenses here in the Bay Area. So not only is the housing market competitive, but the job market and just kind of life itself can be pretty competitive here in the Bay Area. All right, so now that we've explored the pros and the cons, let's weigh some decisions. Before moving to the Bay Area, you're going to want to assess your financial situation carefully. You want to ensure that you have a stable job and a solid budget to accommodate the higher cost of living that comes with the Bay Area. Like many others, you may be moving out here specifically for a pay raise or a better job, but just keep in mind that pay raise comes with some sacrifices that you have to make for the higher cost of living. Now, maybe you know your financial situation like the back of your hand and you're ready to jump right into owning a home here in the Bay Area. Just reach out once again with the description below with all my contact information. I can get you in touch with one of my various lenders that I work with on a daily basis, so they can get your process going with a pre-approval for a home loan. You may want to also consider other cities that don't come with a hefty price tag, like some of the major metropolitan areas such as San Francisco, Oakland, or San Jose. For instance, it may work perfectly for you to be a little bit further out in the suburbs, but still have driving distance to these major metropolitan areas. If so, Contra Costa County, Solano County, maybe even Alameda County may be a better option for you when it comes to those commute times that you may have to take, but you're getting a little bit more bang for your buck in terms of housing. For instance, I have had clients who easily take 45 minutes to hour commute times so they can get their dream home. What they ended up doing was just getting a Tesla with a self-driving feature, and they don't mind the commute whatsoever. So just know that this is a route that people take. Not everybody lives either in those direct major metropolitan cities or really close to them. Living in the Bay Area can be a great, fun experience, even if it's only for a few years. It's important to weigh the short-term benefits versus the long-term financial implications. I often tell people who are reaching out to me for housing advice that if they're not going to be living here for more than 5 years, it really doesn't make too much sense for you to purchase a home here in the Bay Area. Now, this can of course vary because some people have higher down payments and lower costs than others, but realistically here in the Bay Area, the average starter home is usually being occupied for at least 7 or even more realistically here in the Bay Area, 10 years. But for those of you who know you're not going anywhere, you're staying in the Bay Area for the long haul, you should purchase immediately. Get in while you can. Ultimately, the decision to live here in the Bay Area depends on your personal situation, your financial situation, and overall everything that we've talked about combined. It undeniably has its perks, but those perks come with a price. Take the time to research, weigh your options just like you're doing by watching this video, and make the right decision for you and your family. What's worth it to some people may not be as worth it to others, and that's okay. I hope this video helps shed some light on your current situation that you may be in, or maybe you're in the research phase. If this video did help you, please leave some comments in the comment section below, whether it's a pro or a con. We want to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to the East Bay Exclusive for navigating everything you need to know about the Bay Area real estate market, and we'll see you on the next video.